This interview is a paid advertisement. It was produced on behalf of the company and is considered investor relations activity under Canadian securities law. All statements and opinions are those of the guest and should not be construed as investment advice. Please do your own due diligence or consult a registered investment advisor. Hallo und willkommen. Hello and welcome to the Gold Newsletter. My name is Kai Hoffman. I'm the EdJR mining guy over on X, and together with our good friend Brian London, I'm the host of the Gold Newsletter channel, and I'm excited to but bring you a breaking news update today. We're hosting Claudia Tornquist. She's the president and CEO over at Kodiak Copper. And the company put out metallurgical results this morning, and the stock is reacting very, very positively. You just listened to the disclaimer. Quick reminder, it is a paid-for interview. We work very closely with the company, but we're really happy to report on these results and get Claudia's opinion on them. What do they mean? What do they mean in the broader context, and how important are they strategically for the asset? So we'll get to that in a few short seconds. But before I introduce Claudia on the screen here, hit that like and subscribe button. It helps us reach a wider investor audience, and we thank you for that. It doesn't cost you a thing. So thanks so much for that. Now, Claudia, it is great to welcome you back on the Gold Newsletter. It's good to see you again. Thanks so much for joining us.
Thanks for having me. It's great to be here.
Yeah, really looking forward to the update, Claudia. The share price is reacting very positively to the metallurgical results that you just put out this morning. Give us the highlights. What is the context of the press release, and what are the results?
Well, we have the results now in hand for our first metallurgical test program at our MPD project in southern British Columbia. And in short, they were positive. They confirmed good metallurgical performance for our mineralization, high recoveries in the initial rougher circuit, and then in the overall outcome was saleable high-grade concentrate, good gold values, and no low deleterious elements. So all the things you want to see ticked all the boxes, and we now have the information we need for our maiden resource estimate that we are working on and that will be coming in the near future.
No, fantastic. Any surprises in the metallurgical results, or were they as you expected? Because the gold part seems quite high, actually. It seems quite positive.
There weren't really any surprises. We have Copper Mountain, the mine next door, very similar mineralization and geological setting. So that gave us, I think, already a good proxy of what to expect. And we've seen in our drill results that we had good gold values. So we're expecting good gold values. And our expectation was also, just like Copper Mountain, that we'd get good recoveries and get a nice clean concentrate. And that's really what the testing showed.
Yeah, no, fantastic. 92% copper recovery. Is that consistent through all the zones and all the little areas on the project, Claudia?
Well, what we did in this initial set of testing, and that's also important to understand that this was the first metallurgical test program, and there will be many more as we advance the project. For this first test, we had 3 composite samples where essentially we took material from 6 of the mineralized zones we have, and then made 1 high-grade sample of a mix of all these mineralized zones, 1 medium-grade sample and 1 low-grade sample, and then we performed tests on all of those. So a range of outcomes that are representative for the overall project.
No, fantastic. Claudia, optimization, of course, I always have to ask, bottlenecks, optimization, when it comes to metallurgical results. If I look at the gold side, 74% is great, but it could always be 100, and I'm exaggerating a little bit here, of course. But are there any bottlenecks, or how do you plan to optimize?
Well, metallurgy is an ongoing process. It will never stop. Even mines optimize their metallurgical performance every day. So in this initial program, we have identified a number of items that we will address in further testing. In particular, what stands out is that we have gold associated with pyrite that wasn't really very well recovered in this initial test. And that gives us immediate upside for the next test, because there are ways to recover that gold. And now, as we plan follow-up testing, we will look into how to do that. And that's obviously upside to what we currently see. And there are other aspects as well. It's, as I said, a continuing process. We've just made the first step, very positive first steps, but more steps to come.
No, excellent. Really appreciate you clarifying that. How do these results help de-risk the project now moving forward, Claudia? Like, how important are they?
Well, look, metallurgy is obviously an important input into the economics of a project and a mine. So to be able to confirm good recoveries and the fact that we can produce a high-grade saleable concentrate, the fact that we don't have deleterious elements, that de-risks the project and ticks a box and is exactly what we need at this stage as we work on the maiden resource.
No, excellent there as well. Claudia, like you have an upcoming resource estimate. How are you planning to use those metallurgical results in the resource calculation there? Is that part of the consideration here?
Yes, that's exactly what we do. We have so far in our work used estimates, and now we have actual values from our testing, and that's what will be reflected in our upcoming resource estimate.
Excellent. Do you need to internally upsize the numbers or make them smaller? I'm teasing.
Get the numbers right. That's what we're aiming for.
No, fantastic. No, sorry. I'm just trying to poke the bear and see what comes out because I know the resource estimate, of course, is an upcoming catalyst here. But maybe just coming back to the metallurgical results, are there any areas or zones that stand out a little bit that we might be focusing on a bit more in the future on future exploration?
I don't think in particular. I think the results confirmed what we needed to know and what confirmed very much what we assumed. So that's a positive outcome. And the fact that we actually identified areas for improvement, that's another positive outcome. And as I said, we have now what we need for the resource, which is, I would say, our most important milestone and catalyst this year and coming up soon.
Absolutely. No, really looking forward to that. 2 resource estimates you promised us this year, Claudia. So really looking forward to that. But again, as you said, like run us a bit through the catalyst because we're still waiting for a bit of an update on the exploration. Like what is the plan for this year? When can we expect that?
We'll have quite a bit of news coming up. We are starting our drill program, an exploration program as we speak. So there will be an announcement what we're doing this year and our plans and our targets in the near future. And then, as I said, our resource, and you mentioned an important point there. Our maiden resource estimate will come out in 2 parts. The first part in the near future, in a matter of weeks. And that part will comprise 4 mineralized zones, which are ready now for the resource estimate. And we have 3 more zones for which we do a bit more drilling this summer, and they will then be integrated in the resource estimate in the autumn. So by the end of the year, we will have the complete maiden resource estimate for the entire project. So a bit unusual to have the resource estimate in 2 parts, but that's simply the characteristics of our projects. And yeah, I believe the first part of the maiden resource that's coming out now will already give a good sense just of the scale and the grades we have at MPD.
No, fantastic, Claudia. Like since we haven't seen the exploration update yet, but I can ask you about the weather on site and what does it look like? Any problems? Too much snow, or still any snow on site?
No, we are in southern British Columbia, and the snow's gone. It's quite mild climate. One of the advantages of working where we are, and it's looking very good. And no issues, nothing. We are motoring ahead. And looking forward to this year's drill campaign and exploration campaign.
Fantastic. Claudia, can't wait to have you back on to talk about that. What's first, exploration update or mineral resource estimate?
If we look at our presentation, then the order of proceedings is the exploration update and exploration start first, and then the resource, and I think that's how it's going to pan out.
No, fantastic. Awesome. Claudia, really appreciate you coming on, giving us this update. Really valuable information here. Much appreciated. And hold on, everybody else. There we go. Still playing with the camera setup. Thanks so much for tuning in. Hope you enjoyed this update with Claudia. Actually, we have prepared a bit of a research update on the company and the metallurgical results here as well. We'll make sure to link to that research update just down below. So make sure to go check that out. Read the disclaimer very carefully there as well. But gives you a good overview. So thanks so much for tuning in. And if you haven't done so, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment down below. How do you think the MPD will be shaping up? Really looking forward to hearing from you. Thank you so much for tuning in. We'll be back with lots more. Take care out there.